Hello you guys, it's your pal from Finland here, Willy, and this is VideoTalk, and today I'll be talking about Black Friday sales, and especially about Vinegar Syndrome, Lost City of Black Friday sales. I have few recommendations for you if you need them and to get them, because these are awesome films. And also, let's talk about little in the end about these new releases, Congo, Keep and whatnots. And now, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and also remember to comment if you have any questions. And if you want me to do same video thing for Severin, let me know that also. But now, let's start with my recommendations. My first recommendations for this is Creature! Fucking yay, man! Directed by William Malone and from year 1985, if I remember correctly, an alien clone with Klaus Kinski. And I think this film has great special effects. It has zombies in it and exploding heads. This is one of my childhood favorites, and you can still get this with slipcover. 48 pieces in stock with slipcover, and this is priced at $90.99, and in euro cents is pretty much the same if you live in Europe like I am. But yeah, I think this is a great picture that you need to check it out, because this is a definite edition. It has the longer version, which granted I didn't watch because it is in poorer quality than this film, but I have seen this many times as a child, and yeah, I still like it very much. It's trashy, it's fun, it's cheesy, but I think you might want to check it out. And next up also is very cheesy indeed, Dead Heat. Yeah, I have the slipcover, and I was kind of surprised when they released 4K of Dead Heat. I mean, yeah, it is only available as standard edition now, but if you have never seen Dead Heat and don't know what this film is about, it's a buddy cop actioner with zombies. The other cop dies and gets resurrected as a dead cop, and it's an action comedy, wild special effects, and directed by Mark Goldblatt. Yeah, the guy who's mostly known as an editor of films, but I think he does great job with this guy. This film, it's very funny, and it's starring Treat Williams and Joe Piscopo, and like I said, and also Vincent Price, and like I said, great special effects and 4K mastering. So at the price of $70.99, I think if you don't already have that, you'll be stupid if you're not gonna get it. And then, little bit newer release and still available as a limited edition, Phase 4. Very kind of intriguing, mysterious science fiction thriller from the 1970s, was it 76? And this was 74, and this was directed by a guy called Saul Bass, the guy who is mostly known about making these titles for Alfred Hitchcock and plenty of others. And this is a great release. It includes this slipcovered version in this hard-cased packaging, and then also a booklet containing the information about the making of the film. And yeah, this is the original artwork. I think this original artwork is far superior to this new, but yeah, it's a great box nevertheless. And this too is a 4K Ultra HD, and okay, it's a little bit more pricier. It is $31.49. So okay, let's see the standard edition. $24.99, and this standard edition is only 781 pieces left there. But limited edition is in large supply. But if you've never seen Phase 4, and if you're a fan of this kind of like a ambiguous science fiction thrillers, science fiction stories, like just like a Space Odyssey 2001, I think you might like this one. I really do. I really do. And the next one is something called Invisible Maniac, and yeah, this is a this is a crazy picture. Directed by this guy Adam Rifkin as Riff Coogan. This is about this a horror comedy. What's this, a Canadian horror comedy? A guy about this guy, doctor guy who invents this serum that makes you invisible, and he goes to this high school where these students are, you know, making some extra classes during the summer holidays. This film has so much nudity in it and crazy things happening that you need to see this. It's absolutely bonkers. I really do like this. 4-star mess, if you will. And standard edition is there available. Only 376 copies left. And for a price of $22.49, I think you should have that. You should definitely get this if you're a fan of naked ladies and funny 80s sleazy comedy. Or was this a 90s film? Maybe it is from year 1990, excuse me. But limited slipcover edition is out of stock. You need to get this standard edition if you don't already have it. Yeah. And then next up, oh shit, Tammy and the T-Rex. And what I have here is the original lenticular slipcover of this thing, starring Denise Richards and Paul freaking Walker, may he rest in peace. It's a 4K release of this very obscure 90s, early 90s horror comedy where this guy gets killed and his brain is installed in this mechanical Tyrannosaurus. Need I tell you more? Great release, great value for your money, $24.99. You get this standard edition. And this sold out long ago, this lenticular slipcover. I do even have the, I don't know, this was some sort of special comic book edition slipcover which was later released. I even have that in my collection. So but very funny, highly recommended. And then something called All American Murder. Well, where did I put this? Well, anyways, I don't have it here, but All American Murder starring none other than Christopher freaking Walker. I think this was kind of like a snappy 90s thriller. Very good dialogue and kind of like a little bit tongue-in-cheek, and it has even some gory murders. And this was one of these surprise titles from Vinegar Syndrome that I was really not expecting too much, but when I watched it, I was like, okay man, this is actually a pretty good film. I think you need to get this if you don't have it. $70.49. Yeah. In this video, I want to shed light a little bit for these films that don't necessarily are not that well known. At least I tried to do that. And then, Spookies! Yeah, I had the slipcover of Spookies, but if you have not seen it, it's a horror comedy. Very low budget horror comedy, but I think it has great effects. What's the effects done by John Carbickler? I'm not entirely sure, but it's a top-notch Halloween movie. If you are inviting people over for a Halloween party, this is what you show them. Very people in like this in haunted house and in encountering all these crazy monsters. And this is $70.49. Yeah. For a standard edition, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat price. And then, hey, the big one, the big boy. I am pretty surprised that this has not already sold out. Flesh for Frankenstein. And this, I think this is already 2 years old release. And this was limited to, I don't know how many copies were made, but anyways, if you have never seen Flesh for Frankenstein, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is starring none other than Udo Kier and a 3D. This was shot in 3D in Italy. Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, but it was actually the Paul Morrissey guy who directed this. And this thing, for the first time, this includes the 3D version of the film, which was fucking treat for me, and also 4K mastering of it. And I think there was some issue of the 4K color timing or something. Do I have the fixed disc? Yes, this was the fixed disc for the 4K. But I have to admit that I have not watched the fixed version of it. As far as I recall, I don't remember anything strange in the picture when I watched it on 4K. And I also watched it on 3D when this was new, and yeah, it's a blast. It's very funny and kind of gory, and at least very huge curiosity. And $31.99. Yeah. For this limited edition, god damn it. So while this still is in stock, over 1,000 left in stock. What's the matter with you guys? Why this has not already sold out? This I do not know. That is definitely a recommendation. And then Undefeatable. Okay, granted, this is also only available as a standard edition, but yeah, it's a 4K. A Cynthia Rothrock film, and I think this is the best Cynthia Rothrock film I have ever seen. It's very campy, very crazy. There's this serial killer that is hunting ladies and picking out their eyes. And Cynthia Rothrock, was she a cop who is solving the case? And the end fight is absolutely amazing, where this guy gets his eyes pierced and like lifted up with the hook, and hey, don't keep an eye on it. Yeah, okay, these kind of like very cheesy one-liners in it. This is fantastic. I really do love it. And all things Cynthia Rothrock that Vinegar Syndrome has put out, you need to check it out. But this is a 4K. I was thrilled to, see this on 4K. And this includes completely different version of the Undefeatable, some sort of Hong Kong cut. And okay, I admit I have not seen this other cut of this film, but someday I will watch it. And for the price of $22.49, I think it's a great deal. Although you don't get the slipcover, but yeah, not everybody cares about the slipcovers. But we collectors, we certainly do. Then, slipcovered version I have here of The Incredible Melting Man. It's a crazy film. Directed by William Sachs, yeah, from year 1977, and I think was the special effects were done by Rick Baker. It's about this astronaut guy who goes to Uranus, straight up to Uranus, and returns there with some sort of like a radiation wounds that make him melt. Yeah, and as he melts, he needs fresh human blood to recover for his melting cells or something like that. So basically, it's very bare bones slasher, but I think it has very good gore effects and also kind of like funny scenes, and also Rick Baker's kind of cool melting scenes. And yeah, for the fans of campy sci-fi guys, this is an absolute treat. $22.49 for the 4K release. Yeah, it's great. Great price. And then next on my list, another science fiction film, Mutant Hunt. Yeah, Mutant Hunt, directed by none other than Tim Kincaid, kind of this New York underground guy. And this is an incredible film. Some sort of mutant cyborgs are on the loose in New York City. And this guy, Matt Hunter, is hired to take them down. It's very low budget, very low quality, but I think it's very funny. It's so campy, crazy dialogue, and crazy special effects. If you like Tim Kincaid films, you need to check also out Der Killer Alien. I remember only the German name because I have the German Blu-ray. I don't think it was released in United States in a HD format, but it was them. God damn it! I don't remember the Alien Hunters or Hunter or something like that. But yeah, Tim Kincaid is a name to be reckoned with if you are a fan of these types of films. And $21.49, great deal. And the next one, Devil Story. Still available like this one, still available as limited edition. God damn it, how is it possible? It's completely out of this world, bonkers, crazy, French, god damn, avant-garde trashy movie. I mean, this is insane. It's a slasher villain dressed up like a Nazi, a mutant killer in the French woods of Normandy. And then there's also Mummy appears from a ship below the ground. I mean, this is absolutely insane films. Needs to be checked out by anyone, absolutely anyone who is into trashy films. I am completely amazed that there's still 466 left on stock with this. And let's see the standard edition. Only 245 left in stock. And my prediction is that this will sell out during this sale. It is that good of a movie. This is absolutely 5 out of 5 stars. If you're thinking about in terms of trashy film, stars, then you will you will always get the full rating in that chart for sure. And then for From Beyond, hey, of course, still available as standard edition. 140 left only for this From Beyond release. Stuart Gordon directed this great, like, H.P. Lovecraft adaptation of this film. A very small budget, but this thing has great effects and great, like, cinematography and great lighting. It's very atmospheric and kind of fun, kind of neat. Great creature design and whatnot. I have always liked this film, and this is a 4K presentation of the unrated cut of this film. Make sure that you see the unrated cut of this film, because this was very much toned down by the MPAA, and I don't think it's no use of seeing the R-rated version. But yeah, a standard edition, $22.49. Great deal. And then 3D picture, Silent Madness. Yeah, like Frankenstein, Flesh for Frankenstein, I really do like these 3D pictures. Okay, this film is the total piece of shit, but it's so obscure that when they announced this, and this is coming on 3D, as a 3D Blu-ray, I was very thrilled, and then I finally saw it. Okay, maybe it was not the worth the wait, but yeah, very like an obscure 3D film, slasher. Was it made in the same year than the Friday the 13th? Oh, it was made the next year after Friday the 13th 3D. It's a guy who escaped from the mental asylum and goes back to the campus and kills some students. Very basic stuff, but because it's in 3D, I think it makes it a little up the notch in its uniqueness. Is my opinion. And this you can get for $22.49 and only $60.49 left in stock. So maybe not necessarily going out of print in this sale, but getting close. Primal Rage, only available as standard edition, Italian horror film shot in Miami, I think. A bunch of students that discovered that there's like these animal experiments done in the campus, and yeah, for sure this kind of like a rage monkey bites one of the students, and then it starts to spread this zombie kind of virus, and lots of killing and kind of gory effects in it. I think this is a lots of fun. More fun than your usual Italian late 80s slasher film. Yeah, and this is a 4K presentation. $22.49. Yeah, for sure. Get that. Only 370 left in stock. And I'm talking about the standard edition, so this may be running out of stock quite soon. And then next up is this baby, Gorgo. Yay! $22.49 for the standard edition, meaning that you get this. You don't get these. But if you don't mind, about that. And you probably won't get this Gorgo like a poster inside of it, but you will get the 4K presentation of this British clone of Godzilla. Get this. It's a giant monster, dinosaur monster loose in London. I think this was better than average of this type of giant monster film. Definitely check this out because it's a unique film. And when you think about that yeah, when the Gorgo is defeated, no, it was only the smaller Gorgo, and then the mother Gorgo enters. It's great. $22.49. I think it's great deal. Okay, Christmas is coming up, so you need to check out Don't Open Till Christmas, directed by Edward Bourdon, this kind of guy who was acting in a lot of Dick Randall's films. But this was his only directorial debut, and kind of very sleazy Christmas type slasher, where somebody's killing Santa Clauses, or was it Santa Claus is killing people? I don't know. This plot of this thing was a real mess, but it's trying to be like this is like a murder mystery, but yeah, it's very trashy and very campy, and I think this was produced by Dick Randall. If you don't know who Dick Randall is, check him out because that guy has produced some great shit, and this is one of them. One guy get he even his dick chop off, so you need to check it out. And that is $30.99. Definitely not a bad deal, although it's a standard edition, but definitely get that. And then another more obscure release. Oh shit, Ghost Nursing, and this is $17.90, still available as a limited edition slipcover. Standard edition is $30.99. And hey man, okay, I understand that this is very like a lesser known film. Sure, I understand that. But this is one of these strange Hong Kong ghost films. And this is about this lady who takes a ghost to be nursed. It's a very strange Asian custom, that folklore that when you nurse a ghost, then the ghost will provide you a good life. But this ghost is not that well behaved. Like there's crazy scenes, like the ghost makes like a banana peel appear in the ground for front of this guy, and he slips and his head breaks open. I mean, there's weird moments, there's gore, and I really do enjoy these Chinese late 70s and early 80s horror films, because these are something else, and this was definitely one of these crazier ones, directed by Wilson Tang and from year 1982. And in my opinion, hey, Boxer's Omen, if that's at all on your alley, check out Ghost Nursing. It's great. It's great. And yeah, $17.90. Over 1,000 in stock. Why does it have to be like that? Why does it have to be like that? And next up, hey, I didn't write this down, but I have Lost Picture. Let's go check out Lost Picture Show. This is already also on sale. 10 movies for $59.99. And I am surprised that this is still over 1,000 left in stock. Now, I don't remember, was this the last Black Friday's announcement? I have watched all these films, and I'm kind of I guess like ashamed that I didn't make a separate video out of it, because there's lots to talk about. I think my favorite of this box was this nuclear war scare movie where this this guy actually thinks that it's kind of like a semi-documentary where this guy actually thinks that, yeah, if Russians infiltrate American society, they could start up so many fires. in the cities that they're actually worse threat than nuclear bombs? I don't think so. But yeah, great box, and for that price, I think it's a steal. It's a steal for $5 per movie. And what was that crazy duck movie? Yeah. It's a weirdo. It's a weird one. And yeah, I think it's right up in the VideoTalk fan alley, in my opinion. 10, bring out the big guns. Mark of the Devil, $32.49. Still available as limited edition slipcase. I'm kind of surprised that this has not yet sold out, because Mark of the Devil is actually genuinely great picture, made after Witchfinder General, and kind of touches the same topic, but I think this is maybe a little bit better than Witchfinder General. It is starring Helmut Lom and also Udo Kier, I mean Herbert Lom. And hey, this slipcover artwork, goddamn, it's like a work of art. I really do like that. Well, this is not bad either. It includes a couple of like a very cruel torture scene, but outside that, this is also a very good and kind of like a touching movie. And great music. Was it made by Rich Ortolani? Don't quote me on that. But hey, still available as a limited edition slipcase. $32. It's not a bad price. 5 out of 5 star picture. And then my all-time favorite, yeah baby, Death Promise, that's a promise. I'm gonna get you, that's a promise. I'm gonna blow your mind, that's a promise. I'm just quoting the theme song of this thing, because this is an absolute balls-to-the-walls crazy, trashy martial arts flicks where these kind of landlords, they are taking down people's home, and this one martial art guy starts to solve this case and goes on a karate rampage against the landlords and the mafiosos who are backing them up. And the end fight with all these guys screaming, like this one guy puts knives. Ah! Ah! Sorry. Puts a knife in his mouth and starts screaming. That's so insane. Absolutely, definitely check this out if you already don't have it. Okay, it's only a standard edition. Slipcover has been sold out, but for a price of $13.99, hey, come on, hey, this should be included in all Vinegar Syndrome orders if you are ordering something during this Black Friday. That's definitely my opinion. God damn it. And then final recommendation. Hey, Southern Comfort, Walter Hill's picture, and this is still available. VSA, god damn it, number 8 from VSA series. You will not only get this, damn it, this great like book box, or what the hell you call it, that even, you will get this goddamn awesome booklet. I read it, but I don't remember anything about it. Granted, I have to give some like a negatives about this. These Vinegar Syndrome booklets, they're not necessarily that good booklets. I don't know who is writing these, but if you compare to like Severin Films booklets or Arrow Video booklets, they are much more well written booklets, lots more informative. Because every time I read Vinegar Syndrome booklet, it feels like some sort of fan wrote it. Like I would write this. But Severin and Arrow Video booklets feel like they're made by actual film historians. Okay, that's a small gripe. But 4K presentation of Walter Hill's Southern Comfort. It's a great picture, and this film has never looked this good. Because this was a long time lost film. And they somehow pulled from the positives, they pulled this. I think under the circumstances, it's a great print. Check this out for $32.49. Not a bad price for this. And yeah, that's my recommendations for it, for this sale. Of course, there would be lots more to cover here, but yeah, I don't have time to do this the whole day. But let's talk about a little bit these new releases. Okay, this first we have these newly issued variant slipcover. Gray rubbers. Okay, I like it. Looks great. It looks fantastic to be precise. Very great artwork, but I don't know why does Vinegar Syndrome have hard on for this Ruben Galindo Jr. films? Because quite frankly, all these films, they have not been that great. But okay, that's only my opinion. But also don't panic. Limited variant slipcover and standard edition. These were out of stock, and I'm all for it. And they're like reissuing these films because okay, if they were out of stock, people need to see these. So once again, great looking new slipcover, and you can get the slipcover separately. I don't think I will, but let's see. You can get that slipcover separately, and this too looks quite nice. And if you get separately the slipcover, slip only, it is $7.99, so $8. Well, okay, $8 for a piece of cardboard. Okay, you decide if it's wise to do or not. I'm speechless. Okay, same here. Cemetery of Terror. Okay, once again, great looking slipcover. I like it. I think it may even be better than the original one. This is the original one. Okay, this is quite cool too. I don't know. But this is also, same thing here goes. That previously out of stock film, now in new print with new slipcover. And also available with separate slipcover. Okay, then this is something that I really want to get. Actually, I don't know if I already ordered this or not. But Ron Sullivan earlier's Distribix release, new release. Okay, I have all these Distribix, and yeah, while they may not be the greatest film on earth, but they're always very interesting. Ron Sullivan is completely new to me, and he has made some pictures, kind of like a sexy sexploitation picture called Last Weekend, the bizarre ones, Scorpio. Yeah. Okay, looking forward in getting this, and yeah. Okay, how about the artwork? Well, not terribly exciting, but okay, whatever. But this is definitely something that will be going to my subscriber price is $18.99. Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Actually, I think I will be ordering this right after recording of this video because I am a subscriber, and then I need to also get the VMC cover or VSMC cover of the hearse. Yeah. Okay, then Cannibal the musical from Degausser video. Yeah, it's kind of funny, but probably not gonna be getting. It's made by these South Park guys, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, but I don't know. Maybe. And then Vinegar Syndrome Pictures, so the film that they have produced by themselves, Black Eyed Susan. Okay. I think I have only one of the Vinegar Syndrome pictures released. It was the first one, Crazy 9 something like that. But yeah, I don't think it was something that I'm really into. But let's see all others. No, it was not the first. I have this Scary of the 61st. I was not New York Ninja. That is absolutely something that you need to see. Standard edition available from Vinegar Syndrome Pictures, and this is something for $17.49. If you're not be getting this, then I don't know what you will be getting, because this is the shit, man. Great shit. But I don't know about this Black-Eyed Susan. Yeah. And then Cinematograph, Who Killed Teddy Bear? Very obscure film. Juliette Prowse starring and Salminio. Never even heard about this. But yeah, okay, it is the Cinematograph style. And this is 4K Ultra HD. Maybe later, not for now. And then Vinegar Syndrome Labs presents Neither Sea Nor the Sand. Well, the name kind of rings a bell a little bit, but directed by Fred Burnley from year 1972. Susan Hampshire, Frank Finlay, Michael Petrovich. Okay. But also, like a Vinegar Syndrome Labs, they're kind of like a hit and miss. I don't have all of these, and necessarily don't need all of them. But they need to put out some, like a science fiction horror from the 50s. That is the shit that I'm always interested in then. Okay, Vinegar Syndrome Archive, number VSA 051. Now I am planning to do a Vinegar Syndrome Archive best of list and worst of list. I have all of these Vinegar Syndrome Archive releases, all 50 of them. And I have watched them all. So stay tuned on this channel for a video about that. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that video. Oh yeah, Woman on the Run. Another Hong Kong actioner. It says here it's category 3, directed by David Lai Korean from year 1993. Okay, what was the last category 3 film that I watched from the Vinegar Syndrome Archive? Let me check it out for you. It was the An Eye for an Eye, which is, by the way, on sale here too. Oh, okay, it was a subscriber price. Yeah, not on sale. Eye for an Eye, piece of shit category 3 actioner. The stupid mixture of like a light-hearted comedy and Yakuza killer stuff. I didn't like that shit. And hopefully this is better. And I guess I have to get this as well because I have all other Vinegar Syndrome Archive releases. So that is the sad story of my affairs. Yeah. But this, yes, Blood Tracks, come on, it's directed by Swedish guy Mats Helge. And I have already made a video about this Blood Tracks. Did I make a video or did I remember incorrectly? I think I did. I have the Swedish DVD of this film, and it includes the soundtrack made by this actual band that is playing a role in this film. God, was it like a Heavy Tracks or heavy metal band Solid Gold? I don't recall it being called Solid Gold. No, it was something. It was definitely something else. Solid Gold. So is this? I don't know. Okay, I have to get to the bottom of this. Okay, maybe the name of the band in this film was something else than the actual band name, but definitely it was not called Solid Gold, the actual band. But okay, this has been so long since I last seen this. Kind of funny picture. It's like a Hills Have Eyes remake, but with a Swedish rock band in the Swedish Alps or something. Yeah, cannibalic dudes in the abandoned factory in the Swedish Alps. So it's a Blu-ray. So definitely in my eye, one of the better releases of this Black Friday. Yeah, but then to the new stuff. Okay, there's still Looking for Mr. Goodbar. Film that I have never seen. I have heard good things about this, and this is definitely something that I am looking for. Starring Diane Lane. Diane Keaton and directed by Richard Brooks. And starring also Richard Gere and Tom Berenger and LeVar Burton. And what year was this? 1977. I don't know absolutely nothing about that. And hey, I have this like a thing that I don't want to read too closely about the description text. I want to go in to a film that I have never seen. I want to go in with fresh eyes, not knowing anything about it. Especially if I know that it's gonna be like a quality film. And quality, I mean like a film that doesn't include mutant martial artists or anything like that. but but yeah, I like that too. Then this was the announcement, like a come on, they in the email they like painted that this is long-awaited cult classic, but come on, Sliver. I don't think this is any sort of a cult classic in my opinion. I remember seeing this when I was a kid. It was when this was new. It was made in year 1993, and right after the fame of from Sharon Stone's fame from Basic Instinct. And I think this was very disappointing, like a Basic Instinct 2. I guess it was okay, but nothing special. But I don't think this was like a very highly anticipated 4K by any standards. But I guess now I don't have to watch the DVD that I have back in the back shelf. In the shelf behind my back, I have the DVD which I was supposed to watch again after like 30 years. Because this is definitely a film that I have not been desperate to see again. But I don't have to watch that DVD again because now, as a subscriber, I will get this 4K treatment of Sliver, directed by Philip Noyce. Noyce! And the standard price, $44.99. Now, I wouldn't be paying that. Definitely not. But then, okay, before we go here, let's talk about a little bit about Congo, Vinegar Syndrome Ultra, another 90s film, painted again like a cult classic. I remember seeing this piece of shit when it was new, and I didn't like it at all. I have seen it again, and it was not as bad as I remember. Kind of have this 90s film charm to it. But I didn't like it so much that I would have kept the DVD in my shelf. But now I was so freaking stupid that I ordered this 4K because I am a collector. I have this VSAs, I have all these VSUs, so I need to get Congo also as a VSU, but not terribly excited about this, but I guess it's nice to revisit this. I guess so. And the packaging is not that great either. Why is this not like the packaging picture? I don't know. God damn it. But this, the final that everybody has been talking about and waiting about, available for subscribers, Vinegar Syndrome number 487 case release. $44.99. It is Michael Mann's first theatrical film, I think. He made a couple of TV movies, another one being the Joshua Run or... Okay, I don't remember what was the... I remember the Finnish title. It's called Verenmaku suussa, means the taste of blood in my mouth. Okay, never mind that. But I think this was the first theatrical release of Michael Mann. Michael Mann's career, and it's The Keep. It is like a horror fantasy film set in the World War II, where this Scott Glenn plays this kind of like a Jesus guy who goes help this little Jewish village which is overrun by Nazis, and the Nazis have discovered this cave, this kind of temple built inside the mountain, like right next to this village, and this temple is cursed. There's some weird monster in this temple. I think it's not so long since I watched this film. I have the VHS of this. And yeah, I think this is a very fascinating film. It is uneven for sure, but this may be because of the studio supposedly cut this. Like Michael Mann has said that the original cut was like 3 hours long. at least, and the studio cut it down. And it feels choppy. It certainly does. But now this has been available as a bootlegs, and I think there's an Australian DVD, or was it even Blu-ray? But I think there were not official release. Could be mistaken there. But I think the biggest reason has been the Tangerine Dream soundtrack. And I think this has fantastic Tangerine Dream soundtrack in it. And I'm very grateful that finally we get the proper release of this film. It's a curiosity film, interesting film, and nice special effects in it. But I am a little bit disappointed that we don't get to see any of the deleted footage. We get interviews. It's nice, don't get me wrong. I very much appreciate that we get this in a 4K format, but little bit disappointing that we get the theatrical cut and nothing from the deleted scenes, but maybe the interviews shed a little light on those deleted scenes, hopefully. And yeah, there's no Michael Mann interview. As the legend goes, that Michael Mann doesn't necessarily want to talk about this film too much. Yeah. But yeah, hey, this release was leaked out in the summer, so this is not terribly huge surprise to anybody, I don't think. And finally, I have to little bit address this cover. I mean, this is not that great. I mean, this is gotta be like the flagship release of the year. So why this feels very lazy artwork. This just feels very lazy artwork. Okay, we get the booklet too, which is nice. But why, oh why, did we get like these types of artwork for these old releases? I mean, this is great. Why didn't they like make Keep cover look as good as this? Why? 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 Can somebody answer me this one question? Why? But overall, it is not, you don't have to decide the book for me, its cover. So I guess that's the old saying. But yeah, this is my Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday recommendations and a little bit about the new releases. Tell me what you think. I'm interested in your comments, and write them down below this video, and hit that like button and subscribe the channel. This helps me and I would appreciate that very much. And tell me also if you want me to do the similar treatment for Severin films. Yeah, catch you in the next video. Bye for now.